What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Shout out to the clan of the Dragon House, the Dragon Riders. We are riding today, or we're dragging. I don't know. We might be dragging ass a little bit. Who knows? We haven't really done anything too exciting, right? Yes, or was it 3 days ago now? Damn, that's crazy. Time is flying, man. Three candles ago, 4 candles ago. I don't know how to count that. I would say 3 candles ago because we've only just started this one. We had this like kind of bullish looking day that ended up not being too bullish at all, actually, because it was a rejection straight off of the 382, which is not a good sign in my opinion. Most of this day was a wick to the upside, right? A lot of people were bullish and excited about this day, and you know, for good reason. Like it was the most bullish day we've seen in a little while. But from bottom to the close, that was a 4.93% candle, and then from the top to the close, that was a 4.99% candle. So it's pretty balanced either way. So it's not really too bullish of an outlook in my opinion, right? These are bullish candles. Look at how big the bodies are. Look at how small the wicks are to the upside, right? Even this bearish candle, you had this, but you had bullish follow through, as in like not happening, right? Not happening. We're gonna keep going up. We're not seeing that now. So I do think that we're getting ready to break this base here that we've been forming for almost 3 weeks now. Somewhere around there, yeah, around 232. Maybe the base is like here, however you want to draw it. I don't know. But I do think we're getting ready to go lower. Where are we going to go? Maybe in the more immediate terms, we will go to around 223, maybe around 200 itself. We could go somewhere down there. We could go lower in the more immediate terms, but just the way that this thing's been moving, I think it might be more methodical. Although, if this week were to close in the red, we are getting out of this bullish area of control, the overbought zone. If the week was to close red like this, I would expect that we're going to see a bigger red week than we've seen so far. Now, this is the biggest one that we've seen on a closing basis. That's 11%. Could it be a 15% candle? Could it be a 25% candle? Could it be bigger? Could it be smaller than that? Sure. You know, it doesn't have to be too much bigger than this. But I do think, you know, looking on the daily and on the weekly, I would expect that we're going to see bigger candles to the downside than anything we've seen so far, at least on a body basis. Maybe it's not bigger than this from top to bottom on a wicking basis, I don't know. But on a body basis, this looks like the biggest candle we have, which is 6.69%. I would think that we're going to start to see candles like that once we've confirmed price moving out of this overbought zone. That's kind of my interpretation. Looking at the RSI on the daily, kind of neutral overall. Not bearish looking, not bullish looking, definitely very neutral. The bearish thing, I guess, would be that we're rejecting areas that we've rejected before. We went a little bit higher, to be fair. Yeah, a little bit higher, but it's kind of in that area. Right here was like 54. That's where we did it before, where we rejected, and now we rejected up here at like 56. So that's close enough, I think. We did do a 1272 extension from this high to this low. Oh, we actually did a 1414 extension and rejected that, as well as the fib from top to bottom here, rejecting the 382. Generally, whenever you see that, you definitely would look for an extension at least off of this move, which again would bring us down to 223 and 205. And again, what I'm talking about is whenever you see this kind of move on your fib scale, this is good for any fib, not just Bitcoin Cash, but when you see a rejection off your 382 like this, the more immediate move that you would measure for, you would take your low to top, and you would look for the 1272 to the 1886, somewhere in there. And being that this is such a small fib, we could have room for smaller extensions. You know, I was kind of looking at this over here, and I think the top and the bottom of this kind of price area on a daily perspective, I think this will provide some sort of support here, right? We very well could go down, find support in this range, and then come back up to similar prices that we're at now. Maybe $10 less, maybe even higher. It's totally possible. Ultimately, I do think that we'll go lower than these lines, but I do expect that we're going to find some relative support somewhere down here. That's kind of my opinion at the moment. Looking at it on the 4-hour. I mean, we checked back a little bit. We had a little turbulence down here, right? We formed a nice little base of support for this guy too, right? Broke out of it, moved sideways, and then got ready to go up again, but we found support on the top of this. I do think that we're going to see some kind of resistance from going down, somewhere in between these lines, which again, that's in between about 215 and 185 actually. So that, I don't know, that might be the bottom, but I think we go lower. That is my genuine opinion. I do think we go lower. And where are we going? If you've been following the channel for about a month and a half now, you know that I'm expecting us to go anywhere from about 135 to 185. So the price range I just gave actually would meet that qualification, but generally Bitcoin Cash likes to go just above this 0.5 area, which would be around like 180 actually, if not lower. And I have buy orders layered basically from this white line all the way down to 145, which is just below the 0.618. And I would expect, it wouldn't surprise me if we actually did see price go below the 0.618, down to the 0.69, and then come back up. We've seen that plenty of times in Bitcoin Cash's history. And yeah, that's all I got to say. So if you guys like the video, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to see more. Appreciate you all. Take care. And Dragon Riders, we will be riding the Red Dragon at dawn. So saddle up, y'all. Take it easy.